There's a thing called the equity risk premium. So this is just the extra reward you get for taking the risk of owning stocks instead of sitting in safe cash. Think about it like this, right? So cash is safe. A government T-bill, you basically can't lose. It's backed up by the government, etc., unless they, whatever. So stocks are risky. They can fall 50% and ruin your whole decade. So stocks have to pay you more than cash. Otherwise, why would you ever take the risk of holding a stock, right? And that little bit extra on top is your reward for being brave, for holding stocks. So for most of history, that reward has actually been pretty decent. Owning stocks paid you a good chunk more than just parking your money in cash. So you took the extra risk. It made sense. But today things are different. A T-bill, which is basically just lending your money to the US government for a few months or a few years sometimes, it pays you about 3.8% right now, risk-free, guaranteed. And the S&P 500 at today's crazy prices, it pays you about 3 to 4% on some measures. It's actually less than a T-bill sometimes. So let me explain this in a different way, actually. When I was coming up in finance, I was very lucky to have some really good mentors that taught me a lot about finance. So I've decided to pass it on. This is not me trying to sell you mentoring, by the way. I'm just saying I decided to pass it on. I mentor a lot of people, younger people, 20-year-old guys for free. So I've mentored a lot of people over the years. And this is the way I explain equity risk premium to them. So imagine someone offers you a rental flat that pays you 3% a year in rent, but the tenant might trash the place and the building might halve in value, right? And right next to it, there's a bank that offers you an account paying 3.8% guaranteed. No tenants, no risk of devaluation of the building. I mean, to be fair, it is still risky because you're giving your money to the bank and they're all crooks, but you get what I mean. So that's this choice sitting in front of Buffett right now. The whole stock market is that dodgy rental flat, and the T-bills is the safe savings account, and that's why he's all cashed up in T-bills. Now, remember how I said that the equity risk premium is almost always positive for stocks, for holding stocks? Well, the times it isn't is generally when the market is about to collapse. That's when it gets this thin. In the year 2000, that was one of the times. In 2007, that was another time. In 2000, the NASDAQ lost nearly 80%, and it took 15 years to get back up to where it was, which is crazy. In 2008, the whole market roughly halved. And it makes sense when you think about why. When stocks barely pay you more than a safe T-bill, the only thing holding them up is hope. It's hopium, right? The belief that prices are just going to keep climbing forever. Take that hope away, even for a moment, and why would anyone risk sitting in shares for the same return that cash gives them with none of the risk? I mean, they wouldn't. It's illogical. So when enough people stop being stupid and realize that, then they all run for the exit at once. Anyway, guys, if you want my full take on this, make sure to click on the video that's popping up on your screen somewhere here. I made a full video about this subject, so just give it a watch and tell me what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.